Makes sense. So, welcome everybody to the next Bro Op Banter. As you can see, we're continuing with Power Wash Simulator, except not really, because that got a little bit old. So instead, we're playing the brand new game, Borderlands 4, because algorithm. Yeah, at the time of filming. And this just does come out middle of October, so it'll still be fairly new then. But again, joined by Final Warrior, and we're going to talk about... Oh, I found a boss fight area.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm going in.
I'm right behind. He's a big one.
That just means he's going to fall harder. Anyway, I was in the middle of my introduction, and then I started doing this. So yeah, today we're going to talk about 5 games that we feel defined the genre. And the only prerequisite here is none of them can actually have a genre named after them. So we can't say rogue, because that's a roguelike. So, you wanna kick us off, or you want me to? Want to wait till after we're done slaying the big baddie?
I'll let you, because you've actually had a list and everything, despite me constantly saying, give me time to think about it. I still haven't really done much thinking.
Oh, okay. Well,
This list this category has been very difficult for me to actually focus and think on.
yeah. Well, that's fair. Ooh, this shotgun is better. Oh, the shotgun is not better. It was better than my assault rifle. Yes, I will take the better healing kit. Thank you. So my first, well, I've got 5 different sort of themes or categories that are going to go in an ascending order of controversy. But my first should be common sense. You may not necessarily agree that this is the game, but most people would agree, yeah, that makes sense. But the game I'm going to go with, to me, defined the first-person shooter genre, which is Doom. And as someone who played the original Wolfenstein, or Wolfenstein, depending on how you want to say it, and someone who has vigorously defended it as the granddaddy, I just flicked that bobblehead and got 100 XP.
Oh,
without Wolfenstein, are those collectibles, or are they just free experience?
It's just free experience. It's congratulations, you explored and you found it.
It did not like me shooting it.
Not tried that before. Wolfenstein.
Yes, so Wolfenstein is my favorite. I love it. It'll always have a soft spot in my heart. My dad liked to play it. I will defend it forever that it is the OG. It invented the genre, and that is true. It did. But games try to replicate Doom, not Wolfenstein. So Doom is the genre definer. And it's still going, and it's going strong, and it doesn't have Mein Leben runs for trophies, so it's even better. But yeah, I can't say enough good things about either of them. They're both great. In fact, on the channel, I'm going to be getting the Doom Platinums for at least the moderns, maybe the classics as well, here soon.
And I'm going to go with Final Fantasy IX for RPGs. We'll go with JRPGs.
Okay.
Because RPG has become a much more broad spectrum of late. I know a lot of people would say it has to be 7. I would say it would be 6 before 7. I'm not a 7 hater. I just believe that it is grossly hyped just because it was the one that made things popular.
The nostalgia glasses are strong with that one.
Oh, yeah. And the fan base for that one is beyond rabid and loyal, but not necessarily for the right reasons. But 9, why it's over 7 for me, is it legitimately was Square making a ode and callback to their classic games. It was them going back to basics and just bringing it more advanced and more modern by using the new tools that they had. It went back to like a single character job class system. It went back to just classic fantasy storytelling. It didn't necessarily redefine the genre, but I would say revived what it was.
Well, I can tell you, I know I'm not necessarily their intended fan base, but 9 is hands down my favorite JRPG. So you're not going to get a disagreement from me on how good it is.
Yeah, I mean, 7 popularized it. No arguments there. But
9 defined it.
Yeah, 9 perfected, 9 defined. I mean, 7 was, like, I won't say a stepping stone, but it definitely started helping it. But in my mind, 9 is the perfect example of what it should be for an RPG and everything. The story, the characters, the music, just how you play the game and how you learn things in the game.
It has Vivi.
I mean, having Vivi would make the most mediocre of games an automatic 8, so he's almost a cheat code.
It's true.
Oh, and I will just say, I am also on the list of people that are like, okay, let's have a 9 remake, give it the 7 treatment.
Man, there needs to be a 9 remaster. If I'll say it here, if there is a 9 remaster, I will most likely go for that platinum unless they do something cheap and square like with the
no jump rope.
Yeah, like jump rope, or play the game 7 times on brutally hard difficulty.
The most they ever do is 2 playthroughs now.
Yeah, and one of them makes people cry. It's me. I'm people.
I feel like, listeners, I should point out, this is his first time ever playing, technical first time ever playing a Borderlands game.
Yes, it's true. I actually do not like Borderlands. I've tried playing a couple of them, and I flat out hated it. And then Final Warrior got it and was like, we could play this, because we desperately needed a co-op game that we could not really pay a lot of attention to.
Overcooked was not an option.
Yeah, Overcooked was a bad idea. And neither one of us like Minecraft. So it was pretty much this, and I was like, well, I'll suck it up because the conversation will be good. And now I actually really, really like it. So I might have to go back and try the others. But yeah, this is, 6 hours into me ever playing Borderlands? Maybe 7 hours?
Let us know if he should start from Borderlands 1.
Yeah, we decided to start here because new game. Better search optimization. But I have a feeling we'll be playing through all of them. I'm just going to make him. He'll love it. It'll be fine. He's a freak like that.
Maybe that means I should probably get Borderlands 2 platinumed.
There you go. So my controversial but understandable pick. So fire up your fingers on the interweb for, are you bad guys? Is Cyberpunk 2077 for open world RPG. One, it's open world. I mean, it's a little controversial on how much of an open world. It's like open city and surrounding area. But it is open world, and it started like dog water, but they fixed it. I did not play it in its dog water form, simply because at the time, I only had a computer, and I didn't have a computer that could come close, not even close to running it. So I missed all of the bad, and I only got to enjoy the good. And to this day, it's one of the best RPGs I've ever played, and I actually wouldn't mind playing it again. And anyone who knows me knows I don't play games a second time. It was fantastic.
I would like to use the first game. I do think I have to go with the majority. And I have to go with Uncharted 2 for adventure game.
Okay. Third person adventure?
Sure, if that helps.
I'm asking.
Well, this is where it's was like I was saying, I'm not sure what all categories or genres would count or qualify, but just free out wandering around, solving puzzles, and just exploring dungeons.
The Tomb Raider genre.
Yeah. And I would have to go with Uncharted 2. Just the story for that one, the world, the expansion of the characters, and while I'm normally not one of those people, just even the graphical upgrades to that game. All that made it so much more entertaining and, for lack of better words, just grand and everything. It's like, yeah, no, that was the game at the time.
I was going to say, I'm playing through 4 now. I need to get back to it, but the graphics are insane.
Oh, yeah. The fact that 4 came out in 2016 and still holds up against PS5 games, at least in my mind, it's astounding. But, yeah, no, it's just... Yeah, because I remember back when 2 came out, one of the running jokes was that people thought that people were playing like a movie and stuff like that. And just like, yeah, no, that game just stood out so well that people just, yeah, it stood out. It upped the ante on everything that the first one did.
It defined the genre for you.
Yeah, it defined it, it upgraded it, and I would say until 4 surpassed it in my mind personally. It was unbeat, even by like Tomb Raider and other stuff's comparison.
Say 4 might have done it better, but it stood. I mean, I've played all of those, so I feel like I can actually talk. But it stood on the shoulders of what was set up in 2.
Yeah.
So the one that I have, I'm calling it my surprising genre definer. Something totally out of left field, something no one would ever think about. In my opinion, this defined edutainment, or the kind of games you were allowed to play in school, at least back when we were in school. But I'm going with the
Magic School Bus.
I mean, Magic School Bus would have been good. What was that Treehouse one? Was it just called Magic Treehouse?
I think it was just Magic Treehouse.
With the little raccoon girls. Or Possum.
Mr.
I hadn't even thought about that, and then you said it, and I was like, oh yeah. I leveled up. You knocked over the guy I was gonna shoot with my knife. Shoot with my knife. I was gonna shoot him with my knife.
You know, this is Borderlands. I wouldn't put it past them having a knife gun. That was bad.
Anyway, the edutainment thing, and I went back and forth between Math Blaster and this other game, but I decided Math Blaster wasn't really a game. It was just gamified math. I'm going with Oregon Trail. Defined a generation. Defined a genre.
Without question, that wins.
We all died of dysentery. I didn't even know what dysentery was back then.
No one did. We just knew it was bad because I kept losing characters with it.
Now that I know what it is, I chuckle.
Yeah. Or, on occasion, your kid got picked up by an eagle.
Did they? I don't remember that.
Maybe that's one of those jokes I remember hearing, but yeah, it's like, yeah, I can see Oregon Trail having, yeah, he lost the kid due to an eagle taking him away.
I could see it. I could see it. And look, I didn't hardly ever get far enough to see the whole game. I never budgeted my money right, and apparently I ran a slave train as far as how hard I pushed people, and we all died crossing a river because we were hypothermic. But we couldn't stop because we didn't have food.
So it is my turn. I pass.
Okay.
Joking. No, I'm gonna go with what I think you'll agree with, but you wouldn't not have expected me to come up with a category. And that's amplitude for rhythm games.
I agree. And I did not think that you would come up with that for a category, so you're right on both counts. Amplitude walked so that Rock Band could rock.
Oh. I mean, yes, it ran quite fast, and then it fell on its face. But no, Amplitude was. I wouldn't say it was the first one, but I want to say it was the first rhythm-based game we ever really played.
Mm-hmm.
And,
yeah, like Parappa the Rapper came before it, but
yeah, oh yeah, I always forget about that one.
We didn't play it, so we couldn't count it as an opinion.
Yeah. And yeah, Amplitude, I mean, it had a large variety of music you could pick from. Some might say for worse, it introduced us to Slipknot and a couple other bands.
I pushed my fingers too much.
And it was also just entertaining building up the song with the different tracks, listening to the song build up with either drums or bass or guitar or vocals. So depending on what track you went to, it just was interesting hearing a song without like this or that.
I credit that to this day with my ability to dissect a musical track and be able to listen to the different parts of it.
Yeah, I like music, but I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to like understanding or feeling music, I'm definitely dumb to that. Like, you can never really understand lyrics or how a song's supposed to make you feel, but I did enjoy playing that game and just. There were very few songs on there that actually made me just go, this one is terrible. Like one where they shop at Target.
Yeah. Isn't the next... And I'm not even going to say the next lyric. I don't need to get canceled.
Yeah,
It was a different time and place.
Yep, that's the one you're thinking of.
No, that's a good pick. I tip my hat. Well decided.
Yeah, I don't have much to say just because in my mind that's... Yeah, I played Rock Band, I played Guitar Hero, but none of them could beat Amplitude.
It's one of those where if you don't know what it is, no amount of explaining will get it to you. You fly a little spaceship along a musical track and you decide if you want to make the bass, the drums, the guitar, the vocals, and you insert the notes by pushing 3 out of the 4 shoulder buttons in rhythm. Everyone's like, okay.
Every now and then you can gain a superpower that lets you just freestyle wave against a... Oh, it was also multiplayer for the verses as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever... to a degree, I think Guitar Hero might have had that. Not Rock Band, but Guitar Hero, but it's just not something you usually see in rhythm games.
Yeah, and if it is multiplayer, it's cooperative, not going for the high scores or whatever.
Yep. Yeah, now I gotta start thinking of another one.
Okay, well, while you do that, I'm going to start getting controversial now, because there's another series that could, and maybe should, go for the genre defining, but I'm picking this one. even though I like the other one. But the game I'm thinking about, Splinter Cell. Sorry, I tried to talk and game at the same time and ended up doing either. Splinter Cell defined the stealth genre. And yes, I am aware that Metal Gear is out there. Metal Gear defined Kojima. Not a lot of games stealth like Metal Gear. Almost everything stealth's like Siphon Filter. And outside of even in the stealth genre, they Siphon Filter set up ways to tell health without a user interface, without a HUD. And that's been used by what's those sci-fi Dead Space and the one where you jump out of the prison thing. I can't remember. But yeah, people have been using those things because of Siphon Filter, even in other genres. But as far as stealth goes, it was ahead of its time. It did its job. It's been totally mismanaged by whoever it is that's holding on to it.
Just about every IP we grew up with at this point has been mismanaged.
Yeah. Yeah. But as far as just generic stealth game goes, Siphon Filter beats everything else hands down every day and twice on Tuesdays.
For those viewing, I will say, since we are doing a Claptrap mission, I love Claptrap. You all are wrong for hating him. Oh, and I've got mine now. Again, it will be very mainstream, not by today's standards. But that's, as we've said, that's not a bad thing. That's just preference, or essentially what define the genre, and that is GoldenEye for first-person shooters.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Actually, no. Still gonna stick with GoldenEye, but I'm gonna use it for a different category. Couch co-op.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
Let's face it, GoldenEye was fun, but it was better when you had your friends playing with you.
Hands down.
Back in the day where it was versus and it was 2 to 4 people playing and you had to haul out screen watchers. Don't get those much anymore nowadays. And yeah, I miss couch co-op so much. I don't have the biggest issue with online multiplayer, but
it misses something compared to couch.
Yep. Being able to actually look at your friend and just go, "You're dead," as you shoot them, or smack them for not saving you fast enough. Just the engagement of your friend actually being there was just, yeah, it amplified an already fun and great game. Just as long as nobody was playing Oddjob.
Yeah, Oddjob is cheating. Huh.
And there we go. It's not a PlayStation game.
Sure not. So my last one, the one that I'm going to say is controversial, maybe it isn't, but I think it is, for roguelike, and again, I can't say rogue because, that's why it's called a roguelite, or like, is Dwarf Fortress. So I picked Dwarf Fortress because even though I've not played it, as I understand it, as a good roguelike, when you die, you got to start all over. You get your skills, you learn your things, but apparently you do a lot of dying, and I don't know exactly what fans of the series call it, but I've been reading about it more and more, and it's one of those games where I wish I could get into it because it looks really, really cool. It's probably not the thing people think of when you think of a roguelike, but I think it defines the genre, and I think a lot of people since then have been taking elements from it. I don't think anyone can ever take the whole thing. It's one of the most absurdly and obscenely complicated things ever. But yeah, I think it is a genre definer, and I just wish I could get into it. So that's my last. That's what I got.
Oh, I got it. My last pick, and again, gonna go for not a PlayStation. Age of Empires 2 for city building.
Oh yeah. Good old Sandy Peterson.
Yep. Didn't grow up with the Civilization games. I think they were still around at that time, but
They were expensive.
yeah. They were not as easy to get a hold of. This seemed like. And also, yeah, it could also be under your exploration or, like you said, the education games, but yeah, just Age of Empires. How many hours I spent playing that game? Not even always using, yeah, not even using just cheat codes all the time, like the baby on the tricycle with the car. Saladin had, Corvettes with rocket launchers. Everyone knows that. But yeah, I just remember that's the same level as The Sims or something like that, but I remember having to build cities, trying to build fortifications, and on harder difficulties realizing, oh, the enemy's already in the Iron Age and I'm still the Stone Age.
And I'm doomed.
Yep. It was just one of those games where, yeah, I mean, just about everybody I knew played it at the time and loved it, and building your cities, building your armies, just figuring out how to make things work right. It did its job, and it did its job well.
All right, well, that was 5 genre-defining games from our take anyway. Let us know in the comments what you agree with, what you disagree with, what we should have added, what we missed. And
You threw an exploding barrel at me?
I just immolated myself on accident. Anyway, have a better day than she's currently having. And until next time, we'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.